Here are the top two things for growing your gyms. And by the way, it's not leads. And everyone that I talk to after close to 20 years in the fitness industry says, I need more leads to get more members. But the reality is, you need two things more than that. And number one would be retention strategies designed for keeping people for the long haul that you actually bring in through the doors, right? It doesn't make any sense to get a bunch of people in through the doors, but not to keep them. That's terrible ROI. And the retention processes for retaining new members who came in from an offer via ads, marketing, leads that were generated in some way is significantly different than the strategies for retaining a member who comes in through the doors of their own volition. Number two, you're also going to need sales processes designed for supporting new leads who walk in through the doors and helping them make progress towards what they came there to achieve. Now, if your sales processes are working well for organic traffic, like people who come in on their own, they phone calls, Google Maps, they look you up on the internet and they just show up because they wanted to show up, those people should be joining at least a 50 to 80% close ratio, at least if you're even remotely decent. However, leads that come in from an offer are a totally different world from that. And here's why. Leads who come in on an offer were just a few steps before the leads who came in all on their own. Think about it like this. In average, in general, when a lead comes in through the doors on their own, they already know that they are interested in doing this thing and they join at a very regular rate. Versus a lead who didn't get up off the couch and do something, probably it's because in the back of their mind, they're thinking, you know what, I do need to become more active. I do need to get in better shape. I know I should. I'll do it some point soon. And then boom, they get hit with this marketing message that causes them to take action a little bit faster than they would on their own. This translates to what I call the buyer's journey. And basically, someone who comes in a little bit before then they would come in on their own is earlier in the buyer's journey than someone who comes in all on their own. So that's why we need sales processes designed to support new people joining who didn't come in on their own, who needed an offer. And I like to break that down into four segments: the needs assessment, the price presentation, handling objections, which I like to call embracing objections, and onboarding for retention. Now, if you break it down into these four strategies, you can train your team very effectively in each of those areas so that not only is your onboarding process successful in terms of sales, but you're also very successful in terms of retention. Now, with those two things in place, marketing measures that produce leads, people who share first name, last name, phone number, email address, marketing measures that produce leads will be so much more valuable to your business because the ROI will actually happen. Now, I want to share with you one final thing. This is a bonus, by the way. If you're able to generate leads, but you don't have that piece before they come in through the doors taken care of, that would be the final bottleneck that you would need to address before good marketing matters at all, right? Now, here's why I say that. It used to be that, back when I started generating leads and supporting other gym owners and helping other gym owners get more members, like back in 2016, you could run ads and with the follow-up of the day, bring, 30 to 50% of those new leads in through the doors. The follow-up of the day being, I generally follow up with most leads within an hour or less. But what I discovered is after hundreds of thousands of leads that I followed up with back then in 2016, 2017, 2018, those leads, if we followed up with all of them within 15 minutes with a particular strategy, as opposed to following up with all leads within an hour, well, our booking ratio went from like 20, 25%, often to like 60, 65, sometimes 70%. So we, in many cases, were able to triple the booking ratio that a lot of people experienced by making sure that follow-up of every lead happened within 15 minutes. Now, that was pre-pandemic. Things are a little different on the other side. In this modern world, what I have found is that we're able to produce a 70, 80, and sometimes 90% booking ratio month by month by month with hundreds of leads for our clients and members on demand if we do this one thing. And here it is. This is the bonus. The one thing is follow up with every single lead within a minute or less. So, let me give you a quick recap. The things that you will need for marketing to even matter would be retention processes designed for leads who came in on an offer, sales processes designed for leads who came in on an offer, follow-up processes designed for turning those leads into people in through the doors. Now, if you have all three of those pieces in place, now marketing will produce the ROI that you're looking for it to produce in terms of net membership growth and profitability for the business. Now, there's a couple things that I'm going to teach in the next few videos about how to set that sales process up and how to set that retention process up and how to generate more leads. So I'll put a link to those videos somewhere around here. You might see it pop up now. And you can go ahead and watch that next video to learn a little bit more about the next steps for making sure that your lead generation, your sales processes, your retention processes, and that bonus area of the follow-up piece are all designed for you to crush it in growing your gym this year.